Oh my goodness, we are coming down the stretch, right? Down the stretch they come. It's not a horse race, but it is some sort of race to the end in Region 5. All sorts of playoff implications for the games from here on out. And this one, I don't know if you understand it or not, but these in-valley rivalry games, they're kind of a big deal.
They're kind of a big deal, and really a big deal for Skyview, especially on a 4-game losing streak. They've got to get some winning going in region here. And man, it's a tough way to do it against Logan.
Logan on a 5-game winning streak, eking one out against Roy last week with 5 turnovers, and I think they're chomping at the bit to come show that last week was a little bit of an anomaly.
Yeah, they got to reduce the turnovers. That was a big part of that game, and why Roy stayed right with them. Both teams got to control turnovers. It's been the downfall of both these teams this year.
Skyview defensively will have a big order to fill tonight. One of the top tacklers in the state, in fact, the top tackler in the state for Skyview. So we're going to see offense, we're going to see defense. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit of everything tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Introducing the official training bike of the Tour de France, the Proform TDF, the first ever indoor training bike that delivers everything you demand. A 20% incline and a 20% decline, so you'll experience exactly what the road does. Because it's powered by Google Maps, you choose the road and the TDF follows it. Every incline and decline, so no matter what comes at you, you'll be ready. The Proform TDF automatically adjusts resistance, incline and decline. Plus, with a built-in power meter, you'll know your exact output. You decide where to go, and the official training bike of the Tour takes you there. And now that you've decided, we're ready to deliver. Order right now and get $0 down and a free upgrade on rush shipping. Call the number on your screen or go online today.
Logan travels to Skyview for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel tonight. Sponsors of the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel, Icon, Health and Fitness, never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley, quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley. S.A. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. I'm Eric Olson, Lee Vaughn along with me, and we are in Smithfield at Skyview High School. Skyview, their homecoming, they're getting set to take on the Logan Grizzlies, Lee.
Well, we're looking forward to a great game. You can take the records and throw them out the window. In-Valley rivalry, homecoming at Skyview. And really, I look for hard hitting and great offense from both these teams. The defensive coordinators have their work cut out for them tonight.
Boy, they sure do. Mike Favero's offense is prolific, and we talked with him before the game about what we can expect from the Grizz.
Coach Favero, it's Skyview's homecoming, and you're here on their home field, but on paper it looks like it's not that tough of a matchup, but that's a lie, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's no such thing as a easy game. Maybe on the paper some might say that, but I know that's certainly not the case. Our guys know this is going to be a tough game. In fact, our senior class got beat by them as freshmen, so they've got a very talented senior class, and we're well aware of that, so we're excited to have a chance to participate in a fun and exciting game.
Talking about the game tonight, about your strategy, really, you throw the ball first, then throw the ball second, and throw the ball third. Talking about the run game.
We throw the ball. Yeah, after we catch it, we run. So, anyways, we ran the ball a little bit last year, but we're going to we try to stick to our strengths, and this year it's been throwing the ball, and we're running a little bit, but our strength is certainly to throw the football.
Skyview also a running team as well. They like to run and throw the ball. Talk to me about your front seven of the defense.
Well, Dan Lemon's having a great year, and then Ethan Dursteller's a very, very good player, and the Goddard's has had a couple of really big games throwing the football, so they do a nice job of mixing up the run and the pass, and we're going to have to play hard and execute our calls and see what happens.
Looking forward to it, Coach. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks.
the Grizzlies coming in here after losing their opener to an undefeated Northridge team. They've won 5 in a row. Had a big scare against Roy last week, Lee.
Yeah, I was frankly lucky that Logan came out of there with a win with 5 turnovers.
5 turnovers.
How many interceptions was that? Was it 3 and 2 fumbles? I can't remember.
Mostly fumbles.
It was so many, my head was spinning. I can't keep track, but Logan has to take care of the ball tonight. Skyview is an opportunistic defense. They got some good speed in the defensive backfield. And, you know, they want to get pressure on Falk. They can't just let him sit in the backfield and pick him apart.
Well, Skyview themselves hoping to put forth their best effort tonight. That may be what it takes, and they are just waiting for that breakout game. Coach Ander talked with Lee just a few minutes ago.
This region is really tough to play in, and you know that better than anybody. Tell me how important it is to get that win tonight against Logan.
You know, yeah, it's very important. Our kids are battling hard. We want to get over the edge and get back into that win column. We've played some tough teams, but we got to start having success.
Talk to me about your team tonight. Really, some of the problems have been turnovers, and tell me some of the good things of your team that really you need to capitalize on tonight to win.
You know, I think we have had some turnover issues in the past, but we've gotten on top of that the last few weeks. It's going to be nice to have Skyler back 100%, running the ball around. He really brings some excitement to the offense, and our defense has got to play smart ball. They got to stay over the top, not let the long ball affect us.
You just answered the question I was going to ask you next. Give me a medical update on your team.
You know, we're doing well. Brad Weaver's going to be back, who's been out as a starting free safety, and Skyler Hunt is going to be back tonight. They're both feeling good. They had good weeks of practice, and they're eager to get back on the field on a Friday night.
Well, super. Looking forward to it, too. See you at halftime.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, we mentioned the Bobcats looking for that breakout game. They started 2-0, and since then they've lost 4 straight. Skyler Hunt back in action tonight for the Bobcats and healthy for the first time since the start of the season, Lee. Yeah,
Skyler Hunt's a big part of their offense, gives them an extra option on offense. Like you mentioned, he's rushed this season 56 times for 400 yards even. That's 7.14 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns. So you're right, that's a big cog in the offensive machine of Skyview.
Well, we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Logan and Skyview coming up next on the Game of the Week.
Clark Salt Lake Express and the airport shuttle have merged and become one.
So we still have doorstep service, and it's about the same price as it was before. Our focus now is to try to provide as many opportunities for people who need to have the ability to get to and from Salt Lake when they want. They don't want to wait at the airport for 2 hours. They also don't want to be driving around the valley when they get here.
And you bring us to a location that leaves on time.
We'll have another vehicle take you here to save time comfortably, and that main vehicle goes 12 times a day on schedule, both leaving the valley and coming back.
Back at Skyview High School, about a minute away from kickoff. The Skyview football team in the south end zone. See if we can get a shot of that. There they are. Picking the guy with the longest hair on the team to get them all fired up. That's Milne.
That's McKay Milne.
Homecoming here at Skyview, and it's a full house in Smithfield. And they're looking for a big game from the hometown boys. But Lee, it is going to be an uphill battle against a Logan team that has played very well with players missing because of injury, and now those players are coming back.
Yeah, a couple of them are getting back. You mentioned, maybe it was off camera, we talked about Chase Nelson coming back tonight in the defensive backfield. He's a great athlete as well. And you're right, they're coming back a little bit at a time. We had a chance to talk to Dito Marin before the game started. Dislocated his kneecap last week.
He did.
Not a treat.
You know, we asked him, "Oh, did you see it?" And he said, "Nope, it popped back in on my own." And he was glad he didn't have to see it. Yeah. He looks to be back next week, and you know, you never like to see any of these young men get injured. It's always great to get through a game without that happening. We're in the 7th week of the season, and everybody's playing banged up. Football takes a toll on your body, that's for sure, and it doesn't matter. Well, we're going to be looking tonight at the #1 passer in the state in Luke Falk. He's #1 in the state in passing, 335 yards per game. number 5 in passing touchdowns.
20.
And on the other end of the spectrum, Kyle Johnson for the Skyview Bobcats, number 1 in the state in tackles. 91 tackles in 6 games. That's an average of 15 tackles per game. And we will see him early because the Logan Grizzlies will have the ball first. Kyle Johnson, number 47 for the Skyview Bobcats, so we'll look for him on defense. Lots of guys putting up some big numbers for both of these teams, and we'll talk about that as the game goes on. And one of those players back for the Grizzlies, Jesse Brady, and he will return it. Brady across the 20 out near the 30-yard line before he's hemmed in. At the 31 is where the Logan offense will go to work, led by Luke Falk. Falk coming into this game 177 of 278 for 2,009 yards. And you mentioned, Lee, 20 touchdowns against only 6 interceptions.
Yeah, 64% passing completion rate, and that's fantastic. That'll move you down the field in a hurry.
Jesse Brady needs 6 receptions to break the all-time Logan High record. Carl Dragnich with 118 owns that record.
I don't think for a second that Skyview's not looking for some passing. They had 3 men on the front line and a bunch of guys back.
That's going to come back on a hold as Taylor Compton, the hero last week, just gets a little screen, and one of the Grizzly linemen reached out and got a whole lot of Bobcat jersey, and we'll be able probably to see it here.
You saw it just there, right there. And that's when that jersey gets stretched out, that's a real easy call, even for replacement officials, which we don't have tonight.
I kind of feel bad for those guys.
I do too. That's a hard job.
They didn't have, well, they did ask for it.
I think those 2 referees in the Seahawks Green Bay game at the very end looked at each other and thought they were going to signal the same thing as their arms went up, and it came out different.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them.
Those were the guys that were in a tough situation.
So that's good advice for everybody. Just talk it out.
That's right.
Just talk it out.
So 1st and 20 is the penalty is enforced. The catch made out there by Compton. And Mike Favero wants his team to hurry up.
Surprise. Compton on the season, 51 catches for 693 yards and 6 touchdowns. Last week was a big week for a couple of those touchdowns.
2nd and 13, excuse me. Falk over the middle, right to Artist. Artist is at the sticks, turns upfield, and has a first down.
Well, that's a great pass by Luke Falk. Really threads the needle. He's got defenders behind her in front. Just enough air, gets it over the outstretched arms of the defender. Take a look here. He's got time. He'll pick you apart. That's a great pass.
18 yards and a first down for the Grizzlies. Falk hit as he throws. It's Artist again underneath. Lurches forward, and he's right at the marker. And they're going to say he's just short, so 2nd down.
Brings up a 2nd and short.
It's Bo Artist's 23rd and 24th receptions on the season.
And he's missed a couple of games with injury. Rich and Brady to this side, and they go to Artist on the other side. Artist. Just a little swing pattern, and he picks up big yardage.
Skyview came back to a 4-man front on the defensive line. They still can't get pressure on Falk. It's tough to get pressure when you get rid of the ball that quick on that little screen.
11 yards, and Falk starts 4 for 4 on this initial possession for the Grizzlies. Falk stands in, delivers, and this one incomplete.
Goes a little short to Compton, and that's his first incompletion of the game.
Falk last week hoisted up the 5th most attempts ever in a Utah high school football game with 60. He was 39 of 60.
Wow.
In that game last week.
Did you happen to look at the top? Who was the number 1 attempt? It's got to be somebody from Cache Valley.
14 yards, and it's another first down for the Grizz.
When you're right, this hurry-up offense is really confusing Skyview. They can't get into coverage. Logan's finding the seams.
Falk, this time pressure.
Pressure.
Down he goes. Skyview finally gets there, and it looks like it's Jacob Pointer.
51.
51, not 54.
Colton Durant. Freshman. Hard to believe he's my son's age. My son plays golf. I don't know what they feed that kid out in Richmond, but it's a lot.
Maybe he's smart. Here we are underneath again with Compton. Right down near the sticks. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and a yard on 2nd and 14. They pick up 13.
Yeah, just short.
So the first 3rd down on this possession for Logan. They're at the Skyview 11-yard line. Movement up front. And the second penalty on the Grizzlies on this drive.
I would like number 55, Sean Goodmanson, a junior lineman, was the one that moved. .6'3", 220 pounds. You get that going the wrong direction, it's hard to stop.
That makes it 3rd and 6. Falk surveys the defense with 5 wide receivers. Stands in over the middle. Artist, easy, touchdown. 16 yards on the score. And Bo Artist went to work on that possession.
Yeah, he was really the workhorse, you're right. One of Luke Falk's favorite targets. He's glad to have him back from injury because he's a great route runner and has excellent hands. And all of us in the booth are jealous of his hair.
PAT is good, and the Grizzlies take the opening kickoff 70 yards for the touchdown. Logan getting set to kick off. Angel Reyes places it. 7-0 Logan lead. Logan took that one 69 yards. It actually ended up being more because of the penalties. But Falk was 7 of 8. And they did not run the ball.
Well, I asked Coach Rivera about that in the opening interview, and he says, we like to throw it and then run.
It's a long handoff, a long forward handoff.
When you have an accurate quarterback who's thrown at 64%, and now his percentage has gone up after that last possession, it is like a long handoff.
Hunt takes that one out to the 26-yard line. And that's where Skyview will start, trailing 7-0 with 8:24 to play in the first period. Goddard gives to Hunt. And Hunt into the pile for a couple.
You got to think that Skyview took a hard look at the tape from last week's game against Roy with Logan. Roy was very successful hitting between the tackles on the offensive handoff. Got a lot of yardage that way. Second down and 9, a gain of 1 yard for Skyview. That's one of the things we talked about off the air. Skyview has to stay on the field offensively. They can't be giving the ball up in a 3-and-out or turnovers.
Not many defenses are going to stop Logan this year. Goddard, as they looked at that little screen out there, only about another yard. Was that to Lemon? There's Coach Gary Anderson in the white right there, Utah State head coach.
Standing on the Skyview side.
Watching his boy play for
that's good.
Logan. He's got that white jacket on already. You know, he's getting ready for
white out.
The white out tomorrow night.
I talked to my friend Jason Pond of the Logo Shop this week, and I said, hey, did you know about that? He says, well, I got some shirts ordered.
Yeah, I talked to my brother-in-law tonight, and he was in there getting his shirts to go to the game tomorrow, and he said there was a ton of people in there.
Yeah. Go to the Logo Shop. Say hi to Jason. It was a great job.
Goddard on 3rd and 7. He's going to keep. And he's in trouble. Gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. He just never got out of there clean on the roll as he was looking downfield for Ethan Dursteller.
That's a difficult roll when you take a look. They roll the opposite direction to fake, and then fakes out our cameraman for just a second, but he catches up. By then he can never get his feet planted. The defensive Logan is very, very fast. Even their front four are fast.
And his first option was covered. He was looking back over the middle, and Skyview will have to punt it away. 3 and out for the Bobcats, and not the way they wanted to start. As we reach into our bag of obvious quotes. Block! Second time in as many weeks. The Grizzlies have blocked a punt. Last week it led directly to a win.
Jaden Connor, number 3, breaks free unblocked.
He did, right down the middle.
Unblocked, and he gets a huge tip. Doesn't get one hand, gets 2 hands on the ball. Goes out of bounds now, and it's over on downs to the Logan Grizzlies. 1st and goal.
Down at the 5-yard line.
And there is again. He is unblocked. The personal protector didn't pick him up. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sure he was shocked when he got by him that he was free.
Falk's going to keep right up the middle. Nowhere to go. He lost a yard.
Well, we saw Luke Falk get out last week and do a little bit of running. He was fairly effective at that, but not his forte.
Quick turnaround, and it's incomplete as they tried to run that hitch. And so it'll be 3rd down. So the Skyview defense says, hey, we're not going to go quietly into the night. So they're put in a bad spot at their own 6-yard line. 3rd and 6. Falk over the middle again to Compton, and he just waltzes in for the touchdown. He kind of ran a little pick pattern across the middle, and he came free. Touchdown, Logan.
Well, they ran a little pick pattern, and then he used the official as another pick. Smart play by Compton and a great pass by Falk. Take a look at Falk here, and he's looking at Compton the whole way, and that's great blocking downfield. Number 58, Vincent Laulu.
Kicks up and good. It's 14-0 in Smithfield. Logan with the early lead as the moon rises over Skyview.
Hi, I'm Randy Anderson, owner of Master Mechanic in Providence. Every repair we do at Master Mechanic comes with our peace of mind guarantee, meaning all repairs are guaranteed for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's triple the industry standard. Summer travel time is here. Before you hit the road, stop by and have our ASE certified technicians inspect your vehicle. Prevent vacation breakdowns with our pre-trip inspection. Master Mechanic in Providence, taking the worry out of summer travel. I guarantee it.
Reyes tees it up. With 6:51 to play in the first period, the Grizzlies marched down 69 yards for the opening score, blocked a punt, and on 3rd down, a 6-yard pass completion from Falk to Compton made it 14-0. Grizzlies, here's Hunt. Bumps to the outside. And out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Skyview offense takes over.
And it gives the home crowd something to cheer about, and they need it now down 14 to 0 with still 6:43 to go in the first quarter. That's a tough hole to be in against Logan. Cannot go 3 and out. Got to have a little more inspired play calling. A couple bubble screens and a run up the middle is not going to cut it against Logan.
We are sitting out amongst the crowd here
yes.
at Skyview, and they're pretty restless tonight.
The natives are restless.
With the way this game has started, local fans none too happy. And I'm sure the Skyview sideline not too happy either. Skylar Hunt takes the handoff, and down he goes. It's Wildman.
Well, Wildman is a load in the middle of that offense or defensive line, and if he's not getting a sack and breaking up the play, he's tackling somebody for a loss.
It's a 5-yard loss. Hunt 67 yards per game. A couple of games ago, he was up at about 100 yards per game, but he's been slowed by injury, and that slowed down his production.
I think it was against Mountain Crest. He went out in the first series, didn't he?
Yeah. 2nd and 15. Goddard, as they look for the little bubble screen, completes it. Back out to about the original line of scrimmage goes Mitch Larson.
Pass complete to number 25, Mitch Larson. He's wrapped up by Logan's number 24, Hunter Bauer.
Well, it's a pretty well executed play. Good blocking. Nice pass by Goddard. Problem is you got a lot of yardage to make up, and that bubble screen's not usually meant to pick up that much yardage, especially against a speedy perimeter defense like Logan.
Logan's got some speed on that defense. Let's see if Skyview can match that speed on the outside. 3rd and 11. Four-man rush. Goddard has time. Steps into the throw.
Oh.
And it's nearly picked off by Compton. He was looking for Lemon.
That was Chase Nelson back from injury.
Yep.
And I watched Chase as he lined up. He was watching Goddard's eyes the whole time, reading that play, just kind of hanging back and playing center field.
It's 4th and 11. And Logan offsides. It's kind of a weak flag throw by the
where is it? I can't
official
even see
right in front of the. He's right in front of the Skyview bench, and Logan jumped, and they all jumped. The coaches all jumped into that official's ear, and then he kind of tossed his flag.
I think Coach Andrew yelled so loud in his ear the flag just popped out.
Yeah. It was kind of comical to watch. So that makes it 4th down and 7. What a huge play, and they decide to kick it, and they get a good roll.
Wow, great roll.
And that's the right thing to do. You're already down 14-0. There's a lot of football left to play. Skyview goes 3 and out again. Logan will take over their worst field position of the quarter back at the 21-yard line. It hasn't seemed to matter where Logan is so far tonight.
No. You could see the receiving core trotting out for Logan on that last shot. Luke Falk has so many weapons. Anderson and Compton and Rich and Brady and his artist on the far side, I think.
No, look for the hair. It is artist. Falk with the quick one to Compton. Compton slips a tackle. They had him hemmed in the backfield, and they can't bring him down, and he's got a 1st down.
So Brad Weaver, coming back from injury for Skyview tonight, has a chance to make that tackle and minimize the damage, but he whiffs there.
21 yards. Compton has 48 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown. Artist, 4 catches, 44 yards and a touchdown. Same play, other side. Blocking set up perfectly. Compton.
Go down,
his way back to the middle of the field, and he stopped a yard shy of the 1st down.
You got to credit these Logan receivers. They're always trying to make the extra play and pick up the extra yard. And sometimes it's just wise to keep going forward and lay down. You got 5 Bobcats on you.
They're just going to keep running it. If you can't stop it, they're going to keep running it. And on 2nd and 1, they pick up big yardage. 18 yards. on little bubble screens.
Well, it's really working on those bubble screens is the other receivers doing such a fantastic job blocking. They're lined up this side now with 4 receivers.
Ball's free, and there's a lot of blue around it. And Logan coughs up the football.
Tanner McIntyre coughs that one up. The difference between this play and the last couple of plays is Luke Falk looks downfield, trying to see some receivers who have all headed downfield, and McIntyre's by himself. Take a look at this. There's no blockers this time. And really, I don't know how the ball came out. Nobody really touched it. Just kind of popped when I think he was going to change arms.
Erkenbrock with the fumble recovery, and the Bobcats make something happen on the defense. The inside give to Durstiller. I mean, that play just took forever to develop, and it developed into a yard loss.
We've seen that play 3 times now from Skyview, and the same result all 3 times. 1 yard loss, line of scrimmage, and a 5-yard loss in the last possession.
Second and 11. It's a problem when you keep putting yourself offensively into second and third and long. Goddard steps back over the middle. He's got Larson, and he puts it right on the money. 20 yards and a Skyview first down.
That was a great route. He broke it off just in time, a nice timing pattern. As he's breaking that route off, Goddard is delivering the ball. That's good trust between receiver and quarterback, and excellent pickup.
Skyview in Grizzly territory with 3:10 to play on the first quarter clock. Delivering again, looking for Larson. He catches it, but it doesn't look like he stayed in bounds. He's out of bounds.
It just runs out of real estate. It's a nice pass, but it's 2 yards outside of the out-of-bounds line.
Second and 10.
See if we can see. Yeah, easy call right there. Good work by our crack camera crew. Not on crack.
They are cracked.
But crack. Goddard's gonna keep it. He fakes the give to Hunt. It'll be 3rd and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Right, Goddard.
A lot of long conversions for Skyview on this whole game. This quarter, as a matter of fact, done a good job converting in this drive. They need to keep it alive, let their defense get some air and put some points on the board.
0 for 2 on 3rd downs for Skyview. 3rd and 7, and now you wonder if maybe this is 4-down territory. Won't matter if Hunt picks up this first down, and he does. He takes it from the 43 down to the 17. 26-yard gain. Goddard, they run a double move. Hunt can't get there. They had double teamed him.
Well, the field gets a little tighter down here in the red zone. Tough to run those double pump routes.
That 3rd down conversion, the first of the game for Skyview, and they set up in prime real estate. 2nd and 10 now on the Grizzlies' 17-yard line. Trailing 14-0 with 2:11 to play in the first period. We'll keep an eye on that Box Elder Mountain Crest score for you.
Ooh, that's a good one. Is that over at
That's
Box
in
Elder?
Hiram.
In Hiram.
Underneath, they go to Durstiller. Durstiller fights his way forward for a few. 4 yards, 3rd and 6.
Got to get down to about the 7-yard line for a first down.
Now they had the outside man running a bench pattern and Durstiller sitting underneath, and Goddard read the underneath pattern. 3rd and 6. Underneath he goes again. And this one looks like it's good enough for a first down if they call it a catch, and they do. 8 yards and a first down. Who caught it? Was it Payne? Yes, it was.
Number 1.
Payne, 22 catches, 179 yards, has not caught a touchdown pass this year. And he's in the slot to the near side. Goddard goes through his hands and he gets on it. But that is a loss of 10 yards.
I think he just took his eye off of it, looked to the left, and the ball gets snapped to the right. The second he looks away. Never gets his mitts on it.
Snap wasn't that bad. It was a little to the right.
I just think he was looking away.
2 for 2 on third downs on this drive for the Bobcats, but now they're 2nd and goal from the 14. Goddard looks outside and Hunt can't get there. Goddard took a wallop.
It's a tough pass, and he knew that was coming too. You could tell by the pass it was high and outside.
See him calling the plays from the sideline. Coach Ander. 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Now, Lee, you have a decision if you don't get this one. You kick and get some points on the board, or you go for the touchdown down 2 scores.
I think you need the mental boost of a touchdown.
Over the middle, and Goddard just led his receiver by about another extra yard. Lemon, the intended receiver. Goddard 6 of 12, 65 yards, and now it's 4th down and goal. Skyview,
they're going to
try to get some points up.
Don't even have to look at the number to know a kicker's coming in. Just take a look at his shoes.
Are they fancy?
They are fancy.
They look like race cars.
Now they look like soccer shoes. Dead giveaway.
31-yard attempt from the right hash was good. 14-3. Skyview on the board. 46 seconds to play in the first period from Smithfield.
I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in. You know when it's
real. This is a 68 Buick Skylark, and we're just working on the lights. This is a 92 Toyota Corolla, and we're just putting in a new alternator. This is a 97 Pontiac Transport, and we've had the whole motor apart, putting in new intake manifold gaskets.
For all your automotive needs, big or small, see A1 Automotive.
14-3, Skyview puts points on the board after the Logan turnover. 46 seconds to play in this first period, and the kick into the end zone. And Logan will start at their own 20-yard line. Well, Lee, 3 is better than none, and definitely better than a 21-0 deficit.
Yeah, it's a much-needed break for the Skyview defense. And hey, there's the S. Needham Jewelers middle of the block. Sign of the clock tells the story. 46 seconds to go in this quarter, and a 14-3 lead for the Grizzlies. They take over on the 20.
Falk, 144 yards passing so far this period. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
He's been sacked once and he ran once for a -1 yard. Here they go to that little screen. Compton makes somebody miss.
That's a tackle that has to be made. That's number 8, Logan Miller for Skyview.
It only ends up being a 2-yard gain though, as they play that one better.
Yep.
Falk looking across the middle to Rich. Milne is there just as the ball gets there, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 8.
That's good defense. Milne breaks on the ball just as it's delivered.
3rd and 7. Looking over the middle again to Brady, and what a hit. Oh, my goodness. Brad Weaver and Brady both going for the ball.
Yeah.
And Logan looks like they're going to go 3 and out on that possession.
Weaver does a great job breaking that up, you're right, and he wasn't going for a hit at all. Incidental contact going after the ball. But it looked hard nonetheless.
Both of them in the air. And he didn't go for his head or anything like that. Like you said, both of them going for the ball. He caught Brady's arms and spun him around off his feet in the air. Skyview saying, get away on the kick.
Skyview's got a good field position.
Yeah, Skyview will start at about their own 41-yard line, 14-3 deficit, but that last couple of wallops put a little bit of vim into Skyview's vigor.
A little vim in their vigor? Sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, see a doctor and get rid of it. We mentioned we'd watch the Mountain Crest Box Elder score.
Mostly for our own enjoyment, because
That's right.
this is tape delayed.
And you'll probably already know it. Yeah. In case you didn't hear it, we'll pass it along anyway. Mountain Crest leads early in that one. Goddard can't find anyone open. Now he unloads, looking for Hunt, who's behind the defense. Are they going to call it a catch? They are going to say yes.
And Goddard does a great job keeping that play alive with his feet.
43 yards.
Yep, and 1 knee equals 2 feet. Skylar Hunt's inbounds.
2 catches, 69 yards for Hunt, and that's the end of the first period of play. Things heating up here in Smithfield.
Visionary homes.
Logan with the lead over Skyview, but Skyview 1st and 10 at the Logan 17 after the 43-yard pitch and catch from Goddard to Hunt. A couple of big hits defensively by the Skyview defense, firing up the Cats. Down the sideline goes Goddard. There's a flag. Was it a catch? Touchdown! The signal came late. Both officials had to talk about it, and the flag will probably be defensive pass interference. Let's see. It was Lemon.
Yeah, that's 82. Yeah, Lemon.
It's going to be pass interference. Logan. They'll decline that, or will they take it on the kickoff? I don't think they do that. They're going to kick the PAT here, but it's a touchdown, and that's really what matters. PAT, good. We got a ball game in Smithfield, folks. 14-10. Logan lead up to 4. Well, it's a ball game here in Smithfield. Early on, it looked like it might be a blowout in Smithfield as Logan scored on their first possession, blocked a punt, scored again, got the ball back and were driving, and then the turnover bug bit the Grizzlies. Their 6th turnover in the last 5 quarters. And now Skyview scored twice, and they assessed the penalty, that pass interference penalty on the kickoff, and Logan will start at their own 20 now with only a 4-point lead, 14-10, and a lot of life in the homestanding Cats.
Yeah, and credit the Skyview defense for stopping Logan in their last possession to a 3-and-out. That doesn't happen a lot this season. Had to look and make sure I knew who the punter was.
Wait, they got a punter?
Yeah.
It's Chandler Lowry.
It was Jake Thompson, and then he went and hurt his knee. Falk delivers over the middle to Anderson.
Well, it's almost picked off.
And you watch Anderson as he was tackled low, and he's coming back from a knee injury, but he gets right back up. He had that one in his hands.
Take a look. Yeah, take a look here at this replay. The ball is a little behind Anderson. He's coming across, and it flips behind him. The defenders, if they'd have looked up, would have been a pick.
Well, that wasn't much behind him. That looked like it was a pretty good ball. Falk flushed out. Hit as he throws. Another drop by Compton. So after those 2 big hits, it kind of seems like maybe the Logan receivers are hearing footsteps.
Footsteps.
3rd and 10 for the Grizzlies. Somebody put some sugar in the Logan Grizzly gas tank. Rich and Compton switch sides. Brady, as we mentioned, needs a handful of catches to become Logan's all-time receptions leader. He's been shut out here in this first half. Anderson joins Brady and Compton. And Logan takes a timeout as that was screwy from the beginning.
That was doomed. They got receivers going all over the place. Don't know what they're doing exactly. And now Coach Rivero's going to come out and let them have it, I think, because this is the 7th game of the season.
Yeah.
They should understand where they're supposed to be and not get flustered. They had some drops. I realize they're getting frustrated over there, so he might take a bite out of them a little bit, but then fire him back up.
Well, they want to put the kibosh on this Skyview momentum and try to get it back. A first down here just might do that, but if you go 3-and-out here and give the ball back to Skyview, things could get dicey for the road team.
I think you just see the confidence growing in the Skyview offense and little different play calls, and it's helped them a lot.
Falk against a 3-man rush. Has a man, and he finds Anderson. Right at the marker.
I think it's going to be enough for a first down. And it is.
So the Grizzlies get the first down. Maybe take a little bit of starch out of that Skyview D. We'll see as that one's incomplete. Falk looked like he was throwing an out pattern, a short out. Rich ran something deep, and Brady ran inside. Falk 14 of 21.
Going for another 60 attempt game.
There's 11:28 to play in the half, and he's thrown 21 passes. Here's 22 on 2nd and 10. Protection breaks down. Falk gets rid of it before he hits the dirt, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Another 3rd down for Logan.
They're 3 of 4 on 3rd down conversions, including a 3rd and 10 just a moment ago. See big number 59 right there, Logan Rice, back after a knee injury, playing that left tackle spot. Falk out pattern to Brady. Brady sticks those feet into the ground and picks up 15 yards.
is run out of bounds by the broadcast leader, Logan Miller. First and 10 Logan on their own 45.
Brady's first catch. Now they go to Anderson, near sideline. Anderson snowed under, but he picks up 8.
Pass complete to number 22, Logan Anderson.
The Logan Grizzlies make me want to take some money out of your paycheck and hire a stats guy, Lee. They make me write too fast.
I'm out of ink.
I can't add that fast.
Well, they gave you a break in the last couple of drives.
Yep, thanks a lot. And I run the play that's got him so many yards in that first period to Compton. And Skyview starting to figure that one out, and that was a 2-yard loss. Compton's 8 catches tonight, 8th catch. 75 yards on 8 catches and a touchdown for Compton, who would have been the player of the game last week if one of the other players hadn't had such a big night.
Yeah.
Anderson had a huge night. Here's a flag and a pickup on 3rd down and 4 of 5 yards. Let's see what the flag is. Chop block on Logan, so that's going to back him up.
It's a personal foul.
So that chop block will back him up. Big penalty, and that's going to make it 3rd and long. It should make it close to 3rd and 20. Let's see where they spot it. On 3rd and 15. No, they're going to still keep walking, and I'm going to end up being right. It's almost 3rd and 20.
Oh, it's the burden that you bear. I'm always right.
Even when I'm not. Except when my wife is home.
Yeah, ditto.
3rd and 19. 10 minutes to play in the half, 14-10. Logan with the lead, and their offense is bogged down the last 3 times they've had it. Falk, sacked! It's Durstiller.
When we talked about that earlier in the game, that's really what you have to do against Logan is you got to get pressure on the quarterback. Otherwise, he'll pick you apart, and Skyview's done a great job in adjusting since the first part of this game.
Durstiller was in the backfield in a hurry. Larson fields that one and immediately taken down.
Pretty good field position, though, at the 36-yard line for Skyview.
McKay Johns on the tackle for Logan. Yeah, so Skyview scored on their last 2 possessions. Their defense is forced a turnover and a pair of punts in the last 3 Logan possessions. And Skyview looking for more points now, starting at their own 36, actually the 37. Goddard's in the gun with Hunt. They're going to give it to Hunt. Hunt spins for 3. That's one thing about Skyview. They want to establish the run. But I think they've got the weapons to throw it around and really be an offense like Logan's if they wanted to.
I think you are correct.
But they do want to stick to their philosophy and establish the run if they can. They feel like Hunt's a weapon. Here's the pitch out to him, trying to get him to the edge, and they do. 3rd and a yard after a pickup of 6.
Well, Hunt is a great weapon, but his biggest pickups tonight have both been receptions.
He's got 69 yards on 2 catches.
Good running back, runs real low to the ground and doesn't go down easily.
Oh, Skyview, it was Hunt. Went early. So instead of 3rd and a yard, it's going to be 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, Hunt lined up in the tight end spot?
Yeah, they're probably just going to kind of a jumbo type formation. And probably just going to wedge straight ahead. 2 penalties, 10 yards for Skyview, 3 for 25 for Logan. 2 of 4 on third down for the Bobcats. Now Goddard will throw. He's in trouble. Gets out of it. Can run for the first down. And he does. Needed 6. He got 7.
Well, and he almost broke that off too early, trying to avoid the contact. You got to protect your quarterback, but don't break it off a half yard short. Yeah, it was close to a hold. We were just debating that, but I don't think it was.
Jackson Berkey looked like he may have been getting held, but it looked like, looking at it in slow motion, that it was just a good job by the lineman. Press coverage to the far side, and they're in zone to the near side. Goddard underneath. He's got Payne, and Payne hauls it in front of Dahl. And it's going to be second down and a yard. They ran that little inside screen to flanker screen to Larson. And he couldn't haul it in. He had blocking. He would have picked up yardage. Look at this.
Boy.
He had a lineman in front of him.
Yeah, he looks to run before he gets the ball, and just a little excited.
They needed 1 yard. He would have picked up probably 10. So now it's third and a yard. They spread the defense out, and Goddard under center. He's going to keep. No way. No way.
Sam Benyon there, 6'5", 232-pound, one of the guys on the stop. Somebody came up the middle. I didn't see that number.
He's a junior. He's Benyon. So now it's fourth and a yard. What do? There's 7:24 to play in the first half. Goddard can run that little rugby kick. Goddard can keep. Goddard can try to draw Logan offside.
They're not going to, but I'd run that option again.
He looks to the sideline for a call from Coach Andrew. He's got it. And he tells him. And the back judge counting. He's down to 2 seconds. Goddard is going to unload for Lemon. Catch made. No, he said he's out of bounds. He made the catch at the 20, and they said he was out of bounds. So that was fourth down. So Logan will take over. And that's one where you want your receiver to make sure he stays far enough in bounds and they don't have to worry about it. Let's see. And that's what Anders looks like he's telling his receiver.
I think that's a pretty good play call as well. They're expecting a little short yardage play, and it was close.
It was close. The official was across the field. I believe you only need 1 foot in high school. It's like the college rule.
Yep.
Falk rolls, unloads, looking for Brady. Hello.
Uh-oh.
First and goal, Logan. No, first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Erkenbrack chases him down.
46 yards.
Logan's got the defensive Skyview back on their heels again. That's just what Coach Rivera likes to do, a quick strike after a turnover, which a fourth and non-conversion is.
They run a little out pattern, and it's going to be first and goal at the 1 now. Let's see if we can tell who that was. It was Brady again.